Let's have smart talk. Something better than yelling for no reason. This is Portland's Talk, 620 KPOJ.
All my senses are coming unglued. Is there any cure for this disease? Someone call love. Not as long as there are girls like you.
10 before the hour. This hour has been sponsored by, and a big thank you to Donald Bogar. Thank you, Donald. We appreciate it very much. Obama and the reefer raids, using the Justice Department for that. Lee in New York City has a better idea. Mike, what about the people who tortured and those who committed war crimes and bragged about it? Why not send the Justice Department after them? Wouldn't that be a great getting up morning if we had a president? Obviously, it's not going to be this one, unless he does it in the second term, which I don't think that'll happen. But wouldn't it be great if we had a president who held the Bush crime family accountable and responsible for all the law breaking that they committed? International law, American law, everything. Wouldn't that be something? And as Bob Alexander and Jude Morford and a couple other people who sent copies of Vince Bugliosi's book about indicting Bush for murder, like they found out, this little group of activists in Seattle, they bought 2,200 books. I think it was 2,200 books from the publisher at cost. I think it was $3 a piece. And they solicited donations at Bob's website, and they got enough to pay for everything and mail them out. And what they did, they went to 2,200 county prosecutors around the United States. They got, Bob spent a lot of time matching the names of the dead American soldiers with where they lived, what county, in what state. And then he found out who was the prosecuting attorney in that county. And then they sat there, Bob and his wife and Jude and I think even Bob's son, sat there night after night, packaging up these books and sending them free with instructions how to indict a war criminal. And not one prosecutor would do it. Not one. Now, to me, that speaks volumes about how corrupt our political system has become. You have three events to me: the stopping of the vote counting on December 12th, 2000, the refusal of Nancy Pelosi to open up congressional hearings on the war crimes committed by Bush and Cheney in 2008, and then the refusal of every single county prosecutor in the United States who had reason, had perfect. Vince Bugliosi, the former prosecutor in L.A. County, I think, the guy who went after and got the Manson family, he laid it all out for him in his book. So in 2010, 2009, 2010, when this book was making the rounds, that was the third strike, and this country is out. That was the third strike. So now we have a president, bless his heart. God, I love to hear him speak. I could just stand up and cheer. Now we have a president who has allowed Eric Holder, his attorney general, to initiate SWAT-style raids, prosecutions, arrests of people who are following state law regarding medical marijuana. And again, whether or not it's medical marijuana is completely a subjective call. And it shouldn't matter. That's like this argument about homosexuality. Well, do you choose it or were you born that way? Who cares? It's none of your goddamn business. Is it, right-winger? If you don't like homosexuality and you're a man, don't have sex with another man, you freak. It's really hard, isn't it? I mean, some of this stuff is just so difficult to understand for right-wingers. But I digress. Jack in Shreveport writes regarding marijuana law enforcement. He said, Mike, this is pure speculation, but it occurred to me that the president's policy for marijuana could be the result of some political deal, or part of one. When asking myself with whom a deal might have been made, Big Pharma popped into mind. Weren't there some closed-door meetings held in preparation for the healthcare law? Just a thought. Jack in Shreveport. You know, that I don't know. I know there were a lot of closed-door meetings when the Bush crime family set up their energy policy, and a map was dragged out. Well, now these oil companies will get this part of Iraq, and these other oil companies, if you will get this part of Iraq. And hold on a second. I think my heart is attacking me. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, it is. Hold on. Okay, so this is what we're going to do with the invasion of Iraq. Hold on a second. I need to need to contact hell. Hold on a second. Andrew! Hey, Andrew! What about these marijuana raids? You know anything about it? Damn, no answer. Andrew! Oh, well, I guess he's busy. Lawmakers in 5 states that have legalized medical marijuana recently wrote a letter to Obama criticizing him for a supposed contradiction on the matter and calling on the federal government, quote, not to interfere with our ability to control and regulate how medical marijuana is grown and distributed, end quote. How's that letter working out for you 5 states, huh? Let us know. We'll be back after the break. We'll take your phone calls. The number here is 877-996-2556. Stay with us. I'm Mike Malloy.